back at this 5-game homestand for your group, what are you most proud of that they were able to accomplish?
I think just, tightening up our defense, really focusing in on exactly how we want to play, how we set the tone each game. I thought that was so important for us to really realize like how much that means to this team and how it's going to, do what we need, how it helps us do what we need to do in the long run.
You mentioned tightening up the defense. The old adage is the defense travels in the league. How do you make it happen?
There, you just said it. It's got to find a way. You have to find a way. You understand exactly what it's able to do for you. I think in this homestand, we were down quite a few times going into the third, and we tightened our defense up, and that's what got us on, our runs. And I really think that's going to be so important on the road that we just got to keep our focus, business trip, take care of our business, and focusing on our defense more than anything.
You mentioned having to tighten the defense up on during this homestand, but just in the wake of the injury, how important was it to kind of be at home to kind of settle things down after getting hit with the injury early in the last round?
Well, we said it before, being home was so important. Finding our rhythm, finding our groove, finding our routine, I think is so important for this group. And then we always talk about our great, fan base and, what that home crowd means to us and getting the energy behind us in these games.
Obviously, when you were on the road trip, the last 5-game road trip, it was immediately trying to figure out what to do without Powell. Now that you've had 4 games under your belt, do you feel more confident that you maybe had more success on the road? Now that you've been at home and obviously it's all process, but figuring that out at home, taking on the road?
Well, listen, courts are the same. And I think that's where I think guys need to just register and understand, like, it's going to be our defense regardless of what we do. The process of shots falling or not, we can't control that, but we can always control our attitude, our energy, and our effort on the defensive end and making the right play on the offensive end. Whether that ball goes in or not, we cannot let that, determine, how we play behind that.
What are some of the ways to ensure that you keep the momentum going on into this road trip?
Be us. I think that's the biggest piece. Like we have a standard in which we go by and who we are here, and to be part of this group means that you're going to work the defensive end of the floor. You're going to play hard every single night, but you're going to have fun playing basketball. And at home or on the road, you got to enjoy this game. You got to enjoy each other. You got to enjoy the camaraderie and the chemistry that this group has created, and to not overthink it. Go play basketball.
How's my
He's doing better.
What was he able to do in practice?
Today he was able to, similar to what he did yesterday, did it, workout cardio session as well as get some shots up on the floor.
First full-fledged practice in non-shoot-around setting in almost a month now. What was the focus and kind of how did your session go today?
I thought it was a great session. I thought our coaches did a tremendous job in the film session explaining and detailing the work that we had in the past couple of games, both offensively, defensively, and then end-of-game special situations. I thought they got on the floor. Their focus level was great to what we wanted to accomplish throughout the day. And so I thought they did a very good job of understanding the things that we wanted to accomplish today and then getting it done.
What kind of challenges do you see out of Phoenix?
I mean, you talk about their transition, their pace of play, their style of play. They're obviously different without Kevin Durant, but in that sense, they're still getting 31 more points off of turnovers, where it was 16 when he was in the lineup. So they're relying more on their defense to get out and get steals, and then obviously Bradley Beal if he plays, Grayson Allen if he plays against us, are all threats and all problems. And then Booker comes in. He had a streak of 40-plus games last year. That he's always going to be that capable scorer. So we got to make sure we have a high level of focus on him.
What does it say about the standard that Franz has set, that he's on the kind of streak that he's on, and with as far as the media session, we haven't even asked about it yet because it's almost become business as usual in a sense.
And that's what the approach that he takes, and that's the approach that we're asking these guys to take, business as usual. You got to go about taking care of business on the court. You put the same amount of work in that you would no matter what's going on. And he's playing great basketball right now, stepped up to the challenge. And I think the guys register that, recognize that, and see exactly what he does on a daily basis. So it's kind of in your way, like that's just Franz. I think that's what's so important about him and who he is.
You noted the team's success in the fourth quarter so far. You said the numbers kind of bear out how successful this team has been in the final frame. What does that say about the team's conditioning and their ability to kind of wear opponents down and kind of put those vice grips on?
I think it's tremendous. I think it goes to the level of focus that these guys have, the amount of work that our coaches have put into getting to the game plan and understanding how we need to execute it in crunch time. And these guys have done a great job of doing that. And obviously, you're just going to have to continue more of that.
Yeah, as you look back at this homestand, what are you most proud of what your group was able to accomplish during it?
I probably say the biggest thing is like our mental, you know, to have the obviously again can't say it enough. Paulo went down, and to have that kind of adjusting period, and I feel like we kind of found ourselves these last 5 games, and it feels good to know that we're still here. We're resilient. We're a tough team, and we figured it out.
How do you keep that mental state, that energy you can take it on the road?
Well, it's easy now because we're coming off of. You know what I'm saying? So we feel good. We're energized. Ready to get out there and hoop.
How was practice today?
It was good. It was chill. We cleaned up some stuff. Went through offense and defense for Phoenix, and just got ready.
It's been a while since you guys have had a full-fledged practice, not just a shoot around, something like that.
Right.
How valuable is that to them?
It's huge. Just to go through their team. We're gonna have shoot around anyway when we're out there, but it just feels good to settle, get around everybody, and actually go through some stuff.
Richard, after I think Wednesday's game, about how it feels like you kind of got your legs back on you a little bit more. How important is kind of that process, or how much can we, like us who are on the outside, like overlook that process of kind of settling into the season, kind of getting used to new dynamics on the team?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think it's just natural. I mean, especially in my position. You know, I didn't go too crazy this summer. They didn't want me to, and so I knew it was going to take me a few games to just kind of get my wind. I'm still getting in shape. I'm still not there. I'm still gassed out at the end of my minutes. So I'm getting there. I'll get more in shape as the season goes on. But I mean, this is what you guys do. With
the game on Friday, getting the call to defend Joel Embiid, what was your mindset when you kind of understood that I was going to be your assignment throughout the game?
I mean, I figured, but just I mean, have a short memory. Make it as difficult as possible on every possession, no matter who you're switching out on. My mindset is I've been scored on a bunch of times, but I've never been scored on in my life, and so I just take it one day at a time, one possession at a time.
How hard you guys play as games go on? Do you feel that the other team is tired? How much pressure you put up?
For sure. I think definitely towards the end of the game, Philly was gassed. I mean, obviously, those guys are just getting back, so they're still in their own process. But I think as the game is going on, we've seen that we've wore teams down. Once we hit that third to fourth quarter switch, we have so much left in the tank, and it seems like they're on their heels.
What challenges did Phoenix present? Obviously, they're without Durant right now, I think for another week or so, but what else do you see in the Suns?
I mean, obviously, they got booked. I'm not sure if Beal's going to be back, but they got superstar power, and so we got to focus in. Guys are going to have tough assignments, but it's every man up is going to play a vital role and step up to make plays. So we just attack it as any other game.
Thanks, John.
Cool. Appreciate y'all.